React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces, particularly single-page applications. It was developed by Facebook and is maintained by both Facebook and a community of developers. React uses a component-based architecture where UI elements are broken down into reusable pieces called components. Each component manages its own state and can be composed to build complex user interfaces. The key concept in React is the virtual DOM, which optimizes rendering by comparing the current UI state with the desired state. React makes minimal changes to the actual DOM, which leads to better performance. To get started with React, you'll need Node.js installed on your system. Create a new project using npx create React app my app, which sets up a development environment with all necessary dependencies. React components can be written as functions or classes, with functional components being the modern preferred approach. Functional components are simpler, more concise, and with the introduction of hooks, they can now handle state and lifecycle features previously only available in class components. JSX or JavaScript XML is a syntax extension for JavaScript that looks similar to HTML. Let's compare JSX with regular JavaScript to see how it makes React code more readable and expressive. JSX has several key features that make it powerful. You can embed JavaScript expressions within curly braces. For example, if we have a variable named React, we can embed it directly in our JSX. When rendered, the expression inside the curly braces is evaluated. Components in React have a life cycle that includes three main phases. First is mounting, when a component is being created and inserted into the DOM. Next is updating, when a component re-renders due to changes in props or state. Finally, unmounting occurs when a component is removed from the DOM. React hooks allow you to use state and other React features in functional components. The useState hook lets you add state to functional components. Let's look at a counterexample. Here, we create a state variable count with an initial value of 0 and a function setCount to update it. The useEffect hook handles side effects in your components, such as data fetching or DOM manipulation. useEffect takes a function that contains your effect code. This function runs after the component renders. The second argument is a dependency array. An empty array means the effect runs only once when the component mounts, and its cleanup function runs when it unmounts. Props are how React components communicate with each other. They allow you to pass data from parent to child components. Think of props as function arguments. A parent component passes data down to its children through props. Here's a simple example. The app component renders a greeting component and passes a name prop to it. The greeting component receives and uses this prop to customize its output, demonstrating how props enable component reusability and composition.